Allegiant Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Throwing to start here is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Raiders nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Carr going to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr out to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Carr, and he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Raiders are back within a score. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
14, Raiders 8.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Carr now on first down. Back to Renfrow again, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 more yards there and another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on first down is Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller with a touchdown grab for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions, but how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down and 4. Tua on the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua, looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's put a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Mostert, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now stands at 13.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
17 yards.
On first down, Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. To throw is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the 2nd half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Hill to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, and their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Berryman. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come on 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet Just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Purdy now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Purdy sets up to throw again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Purdy on 4th down. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. If we hit 3 in a row, because
touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Purdy off the play fake. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 8-6 the score after 1. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On 2nd and goal, Purdy. And this is going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. Gets this one to Hill. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to the running game with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 63 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two. It's a run with Mostert. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for two fails. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. This one caught by Kittle. 30, 10, touchdown. George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are once again back in front. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. On play action, here's Tua. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds winds up falling incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to have it here just past the 25. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 41, Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. First down, Dolphins.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy steps away. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now on first down, it's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember
that's caught inside the 20 and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Purdy now to throw.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They will zoom and pass that number there. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Tua.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. Going to look deep for Wilson. And this is caught at the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd down and goal. Purdy, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
from 4 yards out.
And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now.